Welcome back everyone and welcome to my channel. Good to talk to you once again. And today guys, I'm thinking to share with you my thoughts about Soviet cruiser, especially the tier 10 one, Alexandranevsky and Petropavlovsk. Now actually my very first tier 10 cruiser that I researched was Moskva. That was my very first tier 10 cruiser back probably was 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. It was you know, kind of a strong when they arrived, so yeah, probably it was around 5 years ago. Now before I'm gonna say something, the Soviet cruiser has some weakness and some strength, but I'd honestly believe of all cruisers lines, probably the Soviet cruiser are one of must have. And I will talk about what the gimmick about all those cruisers are. Definitely not the maneuverability or the concealing, but it's definitely the guns. So before I gonna talk about the tier 10, very small note then, both tier 1 and tier 3 yes, tier 1 are OP as all hell, because there isn't any other ship in the game with this Daka firepower all the way from tier 1. I do honestly believe I had a lot of fun. I remember 5 years ago when I playing the first tier 1 cruiser, and Novik, nothing special about Bogatyr, guys. It's actually close to St. Louis of firepower, and when the cruiser had lower caliber, again you have this crazy increased range and basically almost the same firepower as a St. Louis, which is absolutely broken and extremely strong tier 3, probably one of the strongest tier 3 cruiser in this game, the US, and of course the Bogatyr. Svetlana, not bad. I very much like to say she's above average tier 4 cruiser. I repeat, I felt she's not weak, she's one of the strongest tier 4 cruiser, definitely a good all-rounder, but not overpowered. Kotovsky, definitely good guns. I do believe this was a replacement. The earlier, what was it? Kiev? Not Kiev. But we had another tier 5, I do remember. But then guys, a must keep, a must have, it's definitely Budyonny, by far one of the strongest in this operation of the week cruiser. It's absolutely a murder. When I'm playing this cruiser Budyonny, guys, trust me, if I'm playing, let's say 10 games, as much as probably 50%, I'll be top on all players. Base, most damage, most kills, you name it. It's a must keep cruiser. Tier 6, it's probably one of the strongest cruiser at tier 6. Shorts, it's a stinker. Man, I do not own her. Don't keep her. I mean, she does have good guns, but all she does, she's made of Citadel, and it's crazy hard to do well if you don't position yourself. So yeah, a stinker. Chapayev and Tallinn. Now you have a split here. Very much like to say that both Chapayevs, but especially Tallinn, are both keepers. But Tallinn, it takes the cake with great guns, great everything. Besides kind of a slow turning radius, and Chapayev, you can stealth radar for crying out loud, great DPM. Now, for me, both Riga and Dmitry Donskoy was kind of a rough to play, especially versus tier 10. You kind of are farming pinata versus anything who's looking at you. That's the what I felt about both Riga and Dmitry Donskov. Don't get me wrong, they have great guns. If you know how to play a cruiser, you should definitely do good. But seriously, guys, I really feel what I'm saying right now. There are a crazy few tier 9 regular Tech 3 cruiser being good. Yeah, it's rough as all hell to play tier 9 cruiser, especially in a tier 10 matchmaking. But then, guys, we are coming to Petropavlovsk and Alexandranevsky. Very much like to say that both of those two cruisers, they are a must-have. I repeat, they are playing completely different, and probably in Brawl this cruiser line, or you know, I don't know how to say, but in some missions this perform almost as a battleship. The armor, it's not from this earth, and that's the reason you want to play your Petropavlovsk, because you have icebreaker, which is very hard if you have the right type of angle, very hard to citadel you, bow on. And over here, of course, there is a weakness, 25. It's nothing something great, but as long as you don't aim here, you aim here, yeah, good luck. The HE spamming cruiser will not hurt you if on the other hand your enemy is not a Hindenburg or a German cruiser. So yeah, good luck to do any damage over here or here or here. So you have to aim for the troop destruction or this this rear and front sides. And so yeah, it's almost as a battleship as most armed cruiser literally in this game. So but you also have a great AP, and you have the whole package, your radar, I do believe you have hydro, and if you have Kuznetsov, it makes this even more broken. So yeah, do I recommend this ship? Absolutely yes. But once again, this gameplay, guys, it's more like in your front type of gameplay. You should not stay too far away from your battleship or being too far away, because one of the weakness, and that's the only thing that I can come up with, it's actually the range of the guns. And that's 18.5 kilometers. 18.5 kilometers, it's not bad, but it's not wow. And closer you are, more accurate guns you do have, or shall I say even your guns will perform better, and you can citadel cruisers, even battleship left and right. But there is something that makes her a must-have cruiser, and she has the package with radar and great AA. And I'm not saying Hindenburg level of AA. No. I'm talking about Des Moines, the best of the best AA performance. I have 83, but guys, there is seriously, if you put some commander skills in AA, trust me, it will perform like crazy. The aura and the AA bubble, it's absolutely hilarious. I do believe it's 6 kilometers AA defense. Let's talk about AA. Continuous damage 312. You have 8 puffs. And yes, fire range 6.6 kilometers. Holy cow, you have one of the longest AA bubble in this game. Not even the Des Moines will have this stupid 6.6 kilometers in AA range. I do honestly believe this is by far the biggest AA bubble of all cruisers. Let's talk about Alexandranevsky. Also here I have the same AA bubble 83, and if you pay attention, 290, which is actually lower. Continuous damage is lower than Petropavlovsk. What the hell? Here is 6.9. Damn. I did not know the Alexandranevsky has. Yes, I can definitely see, guys. 6.9 kilometers in AA bubble. Medium is 252. Yeah, Petropavlovsk has slightly even better continuous damage, but slightly lower range, 6.6, and this behemoth has 6.9. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe she is probably one of the best AA fleet escort in this game, Alexandranevsky. I have no problem whatsoever to defend myself, not even versus tier 10. I mean, don't get me wrong, the problem with this close 6.9 in AA defense, well, the time they approach you, you will definitely shoot down couple planes, and they probably never gonna strike you twice. And that's the strength about those Soviet wargaming guys. They make those cruiser, both of those cruiser, crazy strong. I mean, one of the biggest difference between Petropavlovsk and Alexandranevsky, it's definitely the radar, guys. Let's talk about the radar very fast. You have different options, different builds, but this is the difference, guys. 12 kilometers and consumable action time whopping 39.6 seconds. I mean, in 39.6 seconds you will probably kill a destroyer almost twice. Yeah, go and figure. This is absolutely hilarious. I know the US cruisers, they have like 1 minute radar or even more. However, it's much closer. You're talking about 9.9, 10 kilometers radar. Over here you have this stupid 12 kilometers radar, and humongous, yeah, close to 40 seconds in AA or radar duration. But Petropavlovsk, you can only like shoot twice, and then that's it with your radar. So the radar, it's way close. Yeah, 16.5. Holy cow, that's a big difference. It's literally 3 times more radar time with Alexandranevsky. So hunting a destroyer with Petropavlovsk, actually I do not recommend, because you'll probably fire twice and then that's it. The destroyer is gone. You can definitely survive versus a Petropavlovsk radar, not so much versus this behemoth of Alexandranevsky. With this ship, you want to come much closer to your enemy and be very darn close to your ally. Do not stay far away at all. A matter of fact, closer you are at, let's say, another cruiser or a destroyer, or hell, even a battleship, you stronger you are. With Alexandranevsky, you are the ultimate long-range HE spam. Did I mention this is the only cruiser with 1000 meters per second, and also one of the longest range with my build. Equipment, let's talk about this is the build I have. I do have the range module. Why? It's very simple. You're squeezy as all hell, and you have 1000 per meters shells, which they are crazy flat. You will hit a target even at 20 kilometers. And I know it sounds weird, but it is what it is, guys. You will even outperform some battleships with those guns. I'm talking, you have crazy range. 1000 meters per second, and the range are 22.1 kilometers with my build. And yeah, I have 18-point captain. Let's talk about him. Nothing special. Yeah, demo expert. Consumable, this is a must have, because your tools like more radar, more hydro, it's a must have. Adrenaline rush and concealment expert. Sure, you can probably put IFHE, which actually I do recommend in this behemoth, because your guns are not wow in HE performance. If you want to pen most other battleship or cruisers, otherwise you put a lot of fires but not so much pure damage. Once again, guys, what's also special about this is one of the fastest cruiser in this game, Thatch 3 non-premium. The speed are absolutely fantastic. What's the dance speed? 36 knots. Yeah, go and figure. This is without speed flag, right? Without speed flag. Yeah, of course, turning radius, it's awful bad versus many other nations, but it has to be some weakness. And armor, let's very fast talk about armor. Armor, it's over here at the you do not have as a big what do you call it, ice break as a Petro, much smaller. And over here is the biggest difference. You only have 25. Almost every other cruiser will nail you and will do a lot of damage to you. And yeah, that's here. It's this part. It's the biggest difference between Petropavlovsk and Alexandranevsky. And in some way, you are much bigger of a target, much easier to hit, and much easier to kill somehow, especially versus other tier 9 and tier 10 battleship, which are looking you, and you don't pay attention, you will be blapped. However, you should not take your, even if you are fast as all hell, you should not take a charge so you can be focus fire. You're this behind the scene, behind the rock, you shoot at maximum range, and some tier 8 battleship cannot return fire because they don't have the damn range, but you do. That's the weird sad part. So yeah, do I recommend both of those two cruises? Yes, I will definitely show you gameplay, how I played it, and it is a lot of fun. Now, once again, guys, you only have 8 guns, even they are fast rate of fire. Do not think that every single salvo is ZAO, because you're not ZAO, or you're not Petropavlovsk, and you're not a Hindenburg, which will pan every single angle from every corner of the map. In that regard, you do not have crazy HE pan or AP pan. You do, but not versus battleship. You can Citadel many other cruisers from pretty long far distance if you're using the AP, but this is a lot of fast switch time. Your main focus are to defending your battleship versus destroyer, and yeah, it sounds weird, versus AA. So you are a pretty damn good cruiser, a damn good support cruiser, but if you're focused fire by anything large, you are kind of a big problem. The concealment are pretty crap, so that's one of the biggest weakness about this ship. On the other hand, once again, guys, the destroyer don't want to come near you, and tier 8 CV hate your guts because you will deplane all their planes. So yeah, you are too strong versus a tier 8 carrier. A carrier, trust me, you will not focus you. That's the first thing they want to do, because you know your AA is potent, one of the strongest in the game. So that's what I'm trying to say. So you have the whole package, great AA, great hydro. Did I mention you have also alright 8 kilometers torpedoes, but you should not ever try to use your torpedoes because they are slow and they are most for the self-defense. If someone are rushing you of some strange reason, but yeah, your main food are other cruisers and especially other destroyers. That it's your yummy So guys, let me know in the comment below what you think about those two cruisers and the entire Soviet cruiser line. I believe it's solid, very solid. I'm not saying they are most fun and most forgivable, but they do fulfill the role of a cruiser. It's a very specific task what you have to do in a cruiser, but if you can manage that task, I do honestly believe that you will find the Soviet cruiser a lot of fun to play. So let me know in the comment below. Stay tuned, because in the next video I'll definitely show you several gameplay with Alexandranevsky and Petropavlovsk. Have a good one, take care, and stay tuned for more.